or your father. But I feel telling those stories in the right way, as hard as they may be, is our job. So, you know, we have to make sure we're balancing it out. I talked about that before, making sure that we're telling the good stories and the positive stories going on in our communities, and not always telling the bad ones. And so the media, I mean, Sharon mentioned it, you know, we get tagged or we get dinged for, you know, people always thinking that we're telling bad stories. And that can be fair sometimes. But what I ask you to do is, when you're watching news, you know, make your own opinions, make your own decisions about what you feel is appropriate. And you have the power of, this is not a remote, but you have the power of your remote or your phone on what you're going to watch. And you can judge us that way. You know, personally, violence, I mean, we all unfortunately have had people in our lives, you know, be victims of violence. And, you know, it's a hard thing to deal with. And so, you know, I just do my best to surround myself with good people, like I mentioned, and I'm speaking to the young ladies, you know, and the moment you get a sense that somebody is negative in your space, you remove yourself from them. Really important. And that's important to learn early. You know, I have friends, I'm from Detroit, and you know, I have friends who ran the gamut, and I have friends who were negative, you know, and always telling me that I wasn't going to be able to do what I wanted to do. I was never going to be able to be in TV. Or, you know, there's not many black women who are in television news. They're always telling me, no, you're not going to be able to do this. No, 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 no. And I, early on, learned that, you know what, I already have my own demons that I listen to sometimes, like I'm not good enough or I'm not smart enough. You know, we all have those things in our heads. You don't need anybody else telling you that, right? So I learned early on to only associate myself with people who I thought were going to make me feel better about myself. So that's really important, especially for you guys.